Done. You vanquished the Drogar that lingered here. My divination spell fades as you proceed deeper into the tunnel. I fear we shall not maintain contact for much longer. I sense that Gal's office is close. Apprehend him and recover the precious buckle. He must be made.
Now you want to be careful in this next room, and the reason for that is because at the end of the mobs, or the monsters even, a level 360 mage will spawn, so it's ideal to keep Protect from Magic up, even when nothing's attacking you with magic, but in this case a lot of things are attacking you with magic. Okay, it took me a while to figure out what this was. This is basically a sort of rotation puzzle. The idea behind it is that you've got to try and imagine like a giant circle. So the way I sort of visualised it was, obviously, yeah, a giant circle. So you try and get the corners like that, for example, facing the outside, or the curves on the outside, so that it makes like a giant circle. This is the final and most hardest part of the quest.
This outlet is the mouth of a circulation conduit, intended to channel the sacred lava from the kiln around the Tsar city. The Tokar shut off the conduit and are responsible for the cooling of the volcano. Without the heat from the kiln, Tsar eggs cannot be incubated and are born as Gar. If we can get the lava flowing again, the city will be hot enough for Tsar eggs to be born healthy. Please, help me activate the mechanism. Please, help me I was afraid. Tsar did not attack Tsar. I knew I would be destroyed for my crimes, and then none would remain to protect the Gar. So, I fled to the one place other than the kiln where I might be able to access the sacred lava. Here, I can melt down this toggle and release the trapped Tsar from their torment.
Tokarhok is a boss that you'll be fighting. He is the final boss, actually. You can't just attack him directly. You will need to bring some proper equipment and also use strategy. One of the main strategies you'll need to use is to have stun abilities. Every now and then he will attempt to regenerate his hit points using the lava flow. You need to use stun abilities in order to stop him. So for the final fight, I brought a set of Daroks with me, because we're going to be taking a lot of hits. I'll be using Protect from melee, as well as Turmoil. Be using my Dread Nymphs as well. The first spawn will be a Ranger. You will need to kill him, because what happens then is that he'll start spawning melees, and that will obviously eliminate one side of this combat triangle. Remember to stay outside the hot plates while fighting him, as that will greatly damage you. Just keep unloading abilities on him every now and then. When the ranged is available to attack him and kill him before the second ranged spawns. That way it triggers off the melees spawning. And once the melees are spawning, that's pretty much only one side of the combat triangle you have to protect from. So I've intentionally tried to keep myself on low health without killing myself. Obviously giving myself a lot of health, considering that a hot plate can quite easily wipe me out within seconds. So now that the ranged is dead, you'll see that a melee will spawn. I try to keep him as far away from the lava as possible in case he tries to regenerate. That way it gives me plenty of time for me to use a stun effect on him in order to stop him from regenerating. Every now and then I'll unleash a Dread Nip, and making sure that I stand out of the hot plates, which I'm not for some reason. There we go. As I said before, this isn't just a boss that you can just, you know, tackle head on. It will require a lot of strategy, and you'll need to obviously react and respond to when he wants to regenerate using stun abilities. Another good tip to do is to cast Ice Barrage. Ice Barrage has a 100% stun effect on it, so you can quite easily kill him and stun him at the same time without worrying that he'll regenerate. A very good thing to notice is your prayer. The moment your Protect from Melee prayer goes down, you're pretty much dead. You have to keep your prayer on at all times, otherwise they'll pretty much one-hit you. So in a moment you'll probably see him try to regenerate, and I'll do that by my number 2 ability, which I believe is Bash. Or Backhand, sorry. There we go, I need to respond to that. He's stunned, he says we cannot move, we cannot regenerate, so that means you've done your job. Obviously you'll see little birds flying around his head. Once you've stunned him, drag him away from the lava as possible, which gives you as much time as you need in order to stun him again. Again, stun him when he tries to run for the lava flow. If he does touch the lava flow, he will regenerate to 100% health, and that will obviously significantly lower the chances of you killing him for this. So again, you need to stun him when he runs away like that. Drag him back into a corner as long as the hot plate isn't boiling. There we go, we've killed Takar. Everyone else dies with him.
Idiot! You defeated Takar! You have bested us, human. You are truly a worthy adversary. We shall withdraw to the Elder King.
So that's the end of the quest. I will leave you guys to enjoy the ending. Enjoy the rest of the video. Take care now. Bye bye.
The sacred lava is once again flowing from the kiln. Soon, the city will be bathed in scorching. The Tokkul. We must dissolve the Tokkul in the sacred lava. It's the only way to release the suffering dead from their torment. The only way the Tsar can understand the suffering of Tokkul is to experience it for himself. I know what must be done. Contact Tsar Meiji and convince him to meet us in the Elder Kiln. nurturing heat is pouring into Zar City. Zame at Birthing Pool reports that eggs are growing into healthy Zar. Is this your doing? Zar owe you great debt. What of Galzux? Is he ready to answer for his crimes? Very well. I shall meet you in the Elder Kiln. I have many questions for Toka Hawk.
Welcome, human. You fought with great vigor and skill. It was an honor to spar with you. We learned much of your technique. We are eager to learn more.
Can you believe this? After all that we have endured, Zame still wishes to reforge the Gaul as hosts of their dead Tsar. Of course. The Gaul are now a precious, finite resource. We promise to no longer sentence the Gaul to death in the fight pit. They are too valuable as living vessels for our lost ancestors. When the last Gaul has been put to profitable use, the Tsar can put this worrisome time of change behind us. Why must the Tsar be so stubborn? You will not listen to me. You will not listen to Tsar Ketketar, whose memories of the crushing torment of Takul live inside me. Will you listen to Zamayak? Will you listen to one of your own caste, the Tsar that died at my hand?
We shall forge this Gaul a second time on one condition. Our minions shall evermore engage in glorious battle with this human, this surface dweller who vanquished us in combat. We shall learn his technique, hone our skills, and probe his defenses for weakness.
Giant, do you agree to these terms?
Excellent. There is much that Toka can learn from you, human. Now, Tsar, witness the fate that awaits those that live outside the Elder Kiln.
Release! I am free! No. How could this be? I am in the body of a Gaul. I'm here, barely. The pain. Zamayak has suffered so. Please, release me from this torment. Let me die. I beg you. Zamayak, does the Gaul speak the truth? Are you back from the dead? Or are you only a memory? I never died. All of us, every Tsar who has ever lived, we suffer in agony. The pressure, the pain. Release us. Dissolve our remains in the sacred harbor. We call out to you from our obsidian prisons, but you cannot hear our silent screams. Ah, you finally convinced. Yes, I shall do as you ask. We cannot use the trapped souls of our dead as currency, though change does not come easily to the Tsar. For the sake of our ancestors, we must forge a different path. Thank you.
You have proven your points, my little girl. You have suffered a long time for your ideals. Do you wish to return to the sacred lava? We can finally end your suffering.
But what if the... Let me die. Please. But what will become of the god?
I long for relief, but my work is not yet finished. Give me one reason that a god are worth saving.
I solemnly vow to both of you that the Tsar shall take responsibility for nurturing and training the guard. We shall teach them the Tsar language. We shall teach them our ways of combat, of honor. The Gaul will forge their own destinies.
Thank you, Tsar Meshe. I am ready to die. Before I go, I want to thank you, human. You nurtured me where others thought me worthless. You fought my kind, and I have learned much from you. The Tsar have much to learn from humanity, of compassion, of respect. There are other ways to vanquish an enemy than by blade, mace, or staff. Whatever awaits us in the next life. Beyond the confines of stone or flesh, I hope that we shall meet again.
Fellow Tsar, we have gathered this day to celebrate, to honor deeds of this giant, this human, this outsider, has fought back against those that would threaten Tsar society. He has protected Tsar with unceasing courage and boundless ingenuity for a long time. Tsar have suffered terrible change. Our city has cooled. Our precious eggs have died, or born different. Tsar did not know why. Tsar did not act until it was too late. Jaliet took action. Jaliet discovered threat at heart of our volcano home. Discovered old Tsar, the Tokar, that live in Secret Kiln. Jaliet discovered plot to destroy Tsar. Jaliet discovered cause of birth of Gaul. Jaliet fought the Tokar back to their kiln. Jaliet restored heat to Tsar City. Jaliet has proven he is far more than mere Jaliet. Henceforth, this Jaliet is not outsider. He shall be known as Tsar. Treat him as you would any Tsar. Honor this great warrior, defender of Tsar.